You got before me, I'll meet you out there.
My name is Mark Johnson. I live in Chico, California. It's just 1990. So what they told me is it's a C5, C6. I guess that's kind of right on the cusp of being a quadriplegic versus a paraplegic. And each person is kind of different with the sensation and the abilities that they have. In my case, my sensation goes about my chest. There's certain portions on my arm that I can feel, but any lower than that it's a different sensation. It's not like how it was before. So I don't feel, it's more like pressure, and then maybe a slight movement gives me a sense of where the touch is, but that's just kind of how I would explain it, my injury, my level of injury. How common? I just know that it happens. I mean, since I would say before my injury, I didn't know anybody that had this injury. But after the injury, I mean, obviously the attention's on it because I have it. But it just opened a whole new world of people who've had injuries similar to mine. Car accident, diving accidents, just motocross, bicycle accidents, and I want to say I don't know how common it is, but it's a thing that young guys get when just kind of living life, and experiencing different things. Yeah. Well, the first person that told me was a intern nurse. They came in to tidy up some things and freshen my water, and I saw my foot flinch. Now I know this called like a spasm, but I saw my foot flinch, and I kind of thought, oh, okay, things may be changing, maybe I'm waking up. But the intern or the person that was there said, no, you'll probably never walk again. And that was the first person that told me. It wasn't a doctor that told me this. It was just some person helping, move things around. I don't know who they were because I didn't see them after that either. So, but it did change things. I mean, because I had played sports all my life. At least through high school, I played sports, and that was a huge thing. I played all the sports: football, basketball, baseball. I guess I had aspirations to do something like that once I graduated. So that took that away. The rest of like what my life would look like, I had barely started thinking about what that could look like because I was just getting ready to graduate high school, and so I've always been around my parents, and so I didn't really know what living without parents would be like. But I, had maybe some thoughts and realized that probably wasn't going to happen either. So, yeah, it was tough to take. It was definitely tough to kind of be like, okay, this is how. I mean, I'm just at the point where I'm about to spread my wings, and I get in a car accident, and I'm become a spinal cord injury. And now I'm basically going back to being a baby where I gotta learn all the stuff all over again and have my parents take care of me. Yeah, that sucks. It still exists, but it's called Department of Rehab. So they help, people with disabilities and other issues either find work or go to school to find work. And so they purchased a van that would help me get to school and that I probably would eventually drive. The part about driving it didn't necessarily transpire because at some point I believe I explained to the Department of Rehab that let's see what happens when I graduate, what kind of job I actually have to do. Because I guess I was also thinking that I would work from home. So having a van that I needed to drive to work wouldn't necessarily be something that I would necessarily need so much. Maybe I could have someone drive me where I need to go. Because that's what they were doing already. If someone said, let's go do something, I can't necessarily be available to do that unless it's, within the vicinity where, a short walk is acceptable. Um, so that takes that out. Family, I don't see family. I have family in Santa Barbara, family in Richmond, family in Willits, and these are all like brothers, sisters, and their family that's growing up and starting. And so I don't ever see them unless they come here to Chico. And I don't know, yeah, obviously it's independence but I think that I would connect that to the spontaneity. I had to schedule the ride a week in advance, so I got to think a whole week ahead if I want to go and do something to take the beeline. It doesn't go after 8 o'clock, and it's not like I'm trying to go out and party. It's more or less like there's certain events that I would like to go to. Like today, there's 2 events that I could have gone to that are after 7 o'clock that people invited me to go to that I can't attend because the beeline won't go that late. At that time, I was working with a group and we were doing fashion shows. One of the girls, or actually 2 of the girls, were working at a fashion show through Chico State. They were students. I had graduated, but I wanted to go to, and so we were headed down. I had a provider that was with me, and we were headed down, like starving or just not, really about the event. We were just, so whatever. So we stopped at Popeyes and waited in line, got our stuff, headed out, and then once we got into traffic, someone a car pulled up and said that there was a fire underneath, and she's driving, and she's like, "What? A fire?" And then so she freaked out a little bit, and then she whipped in, got through traffic, and we parked at a gas station, off to the side. So she ran in to get the fire extinguisher, or just find someone to help, or someone help her with the fire extinguisher and put the fire out underneath the van. And I'm still in the van, and so I'm like, I can't see what's going on. I don't know how bad the fire is, but fire is bad enough just thinking of fires under your car. They got it out. We were a little worried about trying to start it again. We canceled trying to get to the event. She called a friend that had AAA. They came down and towed the truck, or put the truck on a bed. They say it could have been a lot of different things. One person said the catalytic converter. One person said that the oil maybe dripped on the catalytic converter, and that started the fire. But I do a blog post for a local magazine, Video Maker magazine, and they do content that's like about Instagram, YouTube, current trends in social media content, stuff like that. And so when they post an opportunity to get $100 article, I do that. Really, the only thing that's keeping me, as far as I see, is the funds, whether it comes from donations or if it comes from me actually working and being able to save that money. I think that's where it's at. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just kind of where I see it's at, what the issue is. Outside of that, if you're a business owner and you have an opportunity to hire me on for freelance work here and there, hire me on. I'm gonna take that money. I'm gonna put it toward the band. So I create things that I see in my head, and I realize, I can actually do that because I can put that on paper, right? And I can create that. I like that. I like being able to have that ability to do that. And when people resonated with it, or they like it, or they purchase it, that's just kind of, again, an added benefit of being artistic, or having that ability to do that.
So you've had people purchase your art and stuff?
Yeah. I don't know how far you want to talk about the campaign and now, but for me, the campaign is an opportunity to give people pieces of my artwork for their donation. That's how I always saw it. But it's me. I had to start with that first by saying, "Can you donate to me?" But I've had people purchase. I just had two pieces of art sent out. One person was a old, or not ex, but old provider, and she moved away. And I sent her a picture that she always wanted, and she was like so happy for it. Then I had a friend that I went to school with, and he had paid me a while back, but I had never gotten him the piece of artwork. So I finally finished that and sent it off to him. And so, I mean, he's in Hawaii, so hopefully he gets it. It was framed and everything. It's exactly what he expressed to me when we talked about, when we brainstormed about what the image is. And yeah, there's things I've done in the past that people have purchased that it just feels good, you know. And then to kind of see that they actually put it up on the wall rather than just like, oh, I'm gonna put it over here, you know what I'm saying? Or this is for the secret stash or whatever. But you know, I've done events here in Chico where, like, what they called it? They called it Taste of Chico. So I brought all my artwork out and people just kind of browse, and people would buy stuff and, you know, conversate a little bit. Oh, I like the way you do this, I like the way you do that, and that's fun. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of a nice full circle situation. Be that I come up with the idea and then, you know, hope someone will buy it, and then someone buys it and they're appreciative of it. It's kind of comic book. That's something I've always wanted to do a comic book series. So I'm actually finally getting to that. I've had these characters since high school, and you know, I would start, I would stop, start. And that's kind of the process of a lot of artists, a lot of writers. You know, they start on a project and then it just doesn't, you know, something happens or whatever. So I'm working on that part of it. So I've been reading some books. Stephen Pressfield, War of Art. I've started another one, Rick Rubin, The Way of the Artist or something like that. I've even done the book, The Artist's Way, which was a book they gave me in college, right at Chico State. It was when I was trying to go writing scripts and screenplays and stuff like that, that she gave me this book to help me get, you know, to work with my creative abilities to kind of do that. And so I went through a lot of different art books to kind of find ways to kind of get through it. But yeah, art installation, I mean, not the MoMA or anything like that, but you know, it's hard to say what I would exactly like at this moment, but it's nice to see that people appreciate when they see it. Explore in two ways. Explore by looking back at other artists and see what the type of art that they did that you like. And then explore with your own self in the sense of what you like to draw, what stirs you up when you think of that idea and you can't wait to get it down on paper. Between those things, I think you'll be able to find where you are as an artist by exploring past artists and exploring yourself as an artist, and you know, just kind of see what moves you, you know, what gets you excited. You know, if it's watercolors, if it's pen and ink, if it's you know, even if it's not even something where you're doing with your hand, maybe something like photography. You know, when I started photography, that was I thought I was never going to be able to do that because I couldn't hold a camera, but then they found the adaptive equipment, and then even having an assistant in the dark room with someone, I mean, it just kind of opened that whole world. Yeah.
Does it open up?
It does, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not trying to put it on.
Okay,
right
so it would fit like that?
Underneath, so one on this side, one on that side, and extend across.
Oh, okay. Like behind your legs there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This piece right here would hold the tripod, and then extend up through here. That piece is in the closet here. So you can just set that on the mat. So Instagram at AbleAbe, ABLEABE. I post on there maybe once, twice a week. Just doodles and sketches that I'm working on. I have a blog post or a blog spot, which is ableabestudios.blogspot.com, and I just kind of post little things that I'm working on here and there. There's ableabestudios.com, which you can purchase like print on demand products that I created, you know, t-shirts, tote bags, what's on there, posters, things like that. Just kind of art that I've kind of created over time that I felt would look good on a t-shirt or look on a hat or whatever. I think that's the main ones. I mean, I got Facebook, but that kind of also is the same stuff that you'd find on my Instagram page. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, I just need someone with mechanical ability to do it, just kind of put it together.
Hey, what's the map with the flags on it?
Well, it's just a world map, but I have 3 places that I picked out that I would, like my top 3 places I would like to visit. So it's Jamaica, Japan, and then Dubai.
Cool.
So I pointed those out.
Do you want your apron?
Yeah, probably should. So yeah, kind of vision board-ish kind of situation, if you want to say that.
Nice.